Welcome back to Hope Tube, the place where creativity, modern design, and artistic inspiration come together to transform ordinary spaces into extraordinary environments. Today, we are exploring a fascinating and modern art style known as abstract sound wave wall art. This unique form of art combines the beauty of visual design with the invisible power of sound. Every sound we hear, whether it is music, a voice, laughter, or the rhythm of a heartbeat, creates a waveform pattern. These patterns can be transformed into stunning visual designs that become meaningful and stylish wall art. Sound waves are usually something we experience with our ears, not with our eyes. But when sound is converted into a waveform pattern, it becomes a beautiful visual rhythm made of lines, peaks, and curves. These shapes represent the movement of sound through space. In abstract sound wave art, artists use these patterns as creative inspiration, transforming them into modern artistic compositions that bring motion and energy to a wall. The idea behind sound wave art is both artistic and emotional. Imagine turning a meaningful sound, like the voice of a loved one saying, "I love you," a favorite song lyric, or even the sound of laughter, into a visual artwork. The sound becomes frozen in time as a pattern of lines and shapes. When displayed as wall art, it becomes a reminder of a special memory or moment. This emotional connection makes sound wave art especially powerful in modern interior design. In its simplest form, a sound wave appears as a horizontal line that rises and falls in peaks and valleys. These peaks represent louder sounds, while the flatter sections represent quieter moments. When artists transform these patterns into abstract art, they often exaggerate the shapes, stretch the curves, or repeat sections of the waveform to create visually striking compositions. The result is an artwork that feels dynamic and rhythmic, almost as if the wall itself is vibrating with music. Color plays an important role in abstract sound wave wall art. Many artists choose monochrome color palettes such as black and white to emphasize the clean graphic structure of the waveform. A black canvas with a white sound wave line can look incredibly modern and minimalistic. Other artists prefer vibrant colors that reflect the emotional tone of the sound itself. A joyful sound might be represented with bright colors like yellow, orange, or turquoise, while a calm or emotional voice recording might be expressed through soft blues and purples. Another exciting design approach is using gradients or glowing effects within the waveform pattern. These effects give the impression that the sound wave is moving or glowing with energy. Metallic paints such as silver or gold can also be used to create luxurious sound wave wall art that reflects light beautifully in a room. Abstract sound wave art fits perfectly into modern home decor. It works especially well in living rooms, bedrooms, music studios, offices, or creative workspaces. In living rooms, a large horizontal sound wave canvas placed above a sofa can become a striking focal point. The rhythmic pattern naturally draws the viewer's eye across the wall. In bedrooms, a sound wave representing a meaningful voice recording or romantic message can create a deeply personal piece of decor. Music lovers are especially drawn to this art style because it visually represents something they love. A sound wave from a favorite song can be turned into a minimalist artwork that feels both modern and emotional. Some artists create triptych sets where the waveform is divided into three panels that align together across the wall. This multi-panel format adds balance and visual rhythm to the space. Materials also influence the appearance of sound wave wall art. Canvas paintings are very popular because they allow smooth lines and bold colors. Wooden wall art can also be used to create sound wave patterns through carving or layered wood strips. In these designs, each peak and valley of the waveform is represented by different wooden elements, creating a beautiful three-dimensional texture. Metal sound wave art is another modern option. Thin metal strips can be shaped into waveform patterns and mounted on the wall. When light hits the metal surface, shadows appear behind the shapes, adding depth and movement to the artwork. This industrial style works particularly well in modern apartments or loft interiors. Lighting can dramatically enhance sound wave wall art. Soft LED lighting placed behind or below the artwork can highlight the curves and shapes of the waveform. Some artists even create illuminated sound wave pieces where the line itself glows like a pulse of energy. This combination of art and light makes the design feel futuristic and dynamic. For artists and creators, sound wave wall art offers endless creative possibilities. The process usually begins by recording a sound using audio software. The software converts the sound into a waveform image that can be exported as a visual pattern. The artist then uses this pattern as the foundation for the artwork. Some artists keep the waveform very accurate, while others stylize it with artistic interpretation. DIY enthusiasts can also experiment with creating their own sound wave art at home. The first step is selecting a meaningful sound. It could be a voice message, a musical phrase, or even the sound of nature such as ocean waves. Once the waveform image is generated, it can be printed, traced onto canvas, or painted directly onto a wall. By adding color gradients, textures, or abstract backgrounds, the waveform becomes a personalized work of art. Another inspiring idea is creating family memory sound wave art. For example, parents might capture the first words of their child and transform the waveform into a framed artwork. Couples might preserve a wedding vow or romantic message as a visual sound wave. These personal details turn abstract art into a deeply meaningful decoration. Sound wave art also has potential as a creative business opportunity. Many people search for unique and personalized wall decor that tells a story. Custom sound wave artwork can be sold as canvas prints, wooden carvings, metal sculptures, or digital art prints. Artists often allow customers to submit their own audio recordings, which are then transformed into custom waveform designs. When selling sound wave art, storytelling becomes an important part of marketing. Explaining the meaning behind the waveform and how it represents a real sound helps buyers connect emotionally with the artwork. Beautiful photographs showing the artwork in a modern living room or music studio can also attract attention and inspire customers. Pricing sound wave art depends on the size, materials, and level of customization. A simple printed waveform may be affordable, while a large handmade wooden or metal sound wave sculpture can become a premium decorative piece. Limited edition designs or personalized recordings can also increase the value. The beauty of abstract sound wave wall art lies in its ability to combine science, emotion, and visual creativity. Sound, which normally disappears after we hear it, becomes a permanent visual form. The artwork reminds us that even invisible vibrations can be transformed into something beautiful and meaningful. At Hope Tube, we believe that art should inspire imagination and connect with personal experiences. Abstract sound wave wall art is a perfect example of how modern creativity can turn everyday moments into stunning visual expressions. Whether you are a music lover, an artist, or someone who appreciates modern design, this unique art style offers endless inspiration. As you think about decorating your own space, consider how sound and memory might become part of your artistic environment. A simple waveform design could represent a song that changed your life, a message from someone you love, or a moment you want to remember forever. When transformed into art, these sounds become lasting visual stories. Thank you for joining Hope Tube today as we explored the creative world of abstract sound wave wall art. If you enjoyed this video and found inspiration in these modern designs, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Hope Tube for more creative wall art ideas, modern decor inspiration, and artistic design concepts that turn simple ideas into beautiful visual experiences.